This is not about Ukraine. This is about our democracy. This is about our national security. This is about whether the American people have a right to expect that the President of the United States is going to act in their interests, with their security in mind, and not for some illicit personal or political reason. So Americans should care deeply about whether the President of the United States is betraying their trust in him, betraying that oath that he took to the Constitution to protect our country and defend its institutions.
There you go. That's classic Adam Schiff in his little closing argument. Shifty Schiff. What is he even saying? Betraying our institutions, betraying our national security. But just how? By doing what? When they say things like demanding dirt on a political rival, or when they say things like interfering in our election, that is a lie. The president did not demand interference in the election. The president mentioned getting an answer about corruption in Ukraine, which is a legitimate foreign policy interest. If what he did is so bad, why do they have to lie about it? He did not say, give me dirt on Joe Biden. He said, if you can get some answers about this Burisma situation, Hunter Biden, let me know. I've heard bad things. The president's allowed to say that. Is it tough politics? Yes. Do we want the president not to engage in tough politics? Do we want the president to back down from this? Because let's understand, the Democrats are used to operating in a world where Democrats don't get investigated. And if they do get investigated because what they do is egregiously criminal, like Hillary Clinton, then do you know what they do? They make sure that the system is rigged, so there is no accountability, there is no justice, there is no punishment. That's what they do. So now all of a sudden Trump comes along and says, no, Hunter and Joe Biden don't have special immunity. There is plenty of reason. The same people, let's remember this, friends, who tell you that there was reason to investigate a presidential campaign, not somebody who maybe was going to be running for president in the future, an active presidential campaign, one of two people vying for the presidency, based on what someone said to someone in a bar, that someone being George Papadopoulos. Those same people now tell you that the son of the person who is in charge of foreign policy in a country under the Obama administration, getting $50,000 to $75,000 or $85,000 a month to be on the board of some company when the guy's an imbecile and a derelict clown. There's no basis to look into whether there's any corruption going on there. There's certainly the appearance of corruption, and when there's the appearance of corruption, there can be an investigation of the same. These people constantly change the rules. They have no principles. They have no standards. They have a relentless pursuit for power. Don't make any mistake about that. They will do whatever they have to do in order to get the outcome that they desire. They profess that the other side is tearing down institutions while they're gathering the dynamite themselves and putting the foundations of those same institutions. They just don't care. This is the instinct of the totalitarian. Whatever they need to do to get what they want is inherently justified because what they want is good and the people who oppose it are bad. This was the same mentality of the Bolsheviks and, by the way, the Mensheviks, leading into the Russian Revolution and then the Soviet Union. This is the same mentality you've seen with Pol Pot, the same mentality you see today in North Korea. Anything that the ruling regime wants must inherently be good, therefore any opposition to it is bad. And whatever rules you have to change, whatever injustices you have to abide or encourage or inflict, those are all also inherently just fine because you are achieving a righteous ends through your much less than righteous means. That's where we are right now in this country. Adam Schiff and the Democrats are an abject disgrace, and yet they cling to this notion that they're the good guys.